What's up people on the interwebs, hope you're doing okay. So my name is Kirsty. I recently moved to Japan about 3 months ago and I'm finally comfortable in my apartment, or I finally got like enough things in here to make it feel homely and livable. So I thought I'll finally do a little flat tour of my Japanese apartment. So let's go. First things first, let's start with the doorway. So this is my door to the apartment. We have my lock and we have my chain. We have our nice little peepee hole so we can look who's at the door. I've also got, this kind of came with the apartment, but it's just another place to hold keys if I want to. But also with the peepee hole, if I don't want to look through there and I want to be high tech, our apartments have these kind of like ring style cameras. So if someone's at the door, it will bring and I can see who's at the front, which is pretty cool. What you can also see as well, this little black bike here, this is my bike. So this is where I kind of bike around a lot in the city. What's also annoying is I always kind of stick mine in the corner, and you see these two bikes here. When I try and slide this in, I kind of like knock these bikes over, but it's because they always put them in really awkward positions and I'm just trying to slot mine in my tiny space, and I have such like a bike struggle sometimes. And the really annoying thing, these two people, they never use their bikes because I never see them go. So my little bike drama gate. But yeah, the window's really cool. This switch here is if I want to control the lights. Might need to get some new batteries because for some reason it's not working, but it's right. The apartment has 2 of these, so I'll show you how this works in the other room in a minute. In Japan, when you walk in, you need to leave your shoes in the little doorway. I have quite a few shoes, so I don't want to get this place kind of really messy. So I've got a little kind of shoe rack. So I just kind of store all my shoes here, and then over here is my work bag and water bottle for the day when I go to school. And then on the right over here, this is my kitchen. So we have a massive sink, a tiny little working space. So this is where I normally cook. Personally, I'd kind of like if the sink was half the size, so I just had a little bit more space when I'm cooking, but you know, it's fine. I live by myself, so it's nice and easy. And then this is my cooker. And what's really cool with Japan style cookers is obviously here's the gas, so if I switch it on, that turns on the gas. All I need to do to turn on the hob is just press this button down, and then bam, our hob's on, which I think is really cool. And if I want to turn it off, I just have to press this button and then it's off. So I think that's pretty neat. And obviously up here we just have a few little things where I just store my oven mitts and some paper towels and cling film. And then you may have seen, if you watched any of my bath videos, this is where I store all of my prizes from what I win in mysterious bath bombs. And also what's really cool in like the version of the dollar store, you can get these kind of little hooks that can stick on tile. So I've just got a couple of these so I can just kind of stick a few kitchen utensils. I want to get a few more, but at the moment I've got enough to kind of work to what I want to do, but I think they're really cool. And then we just kind of got, this was in the apartment when I came, so if I have some tea towels and stuff, I can hang it there or just hang my oven mitts. This machine here is pretty cool. This is kind of just what stores if I want to turn my water on or my hot water. So I just have to press that and then my hot water will be on, and then if I just want to like have it warmer or cooler, I just have to press these buttons. I don't really know what the other ones do. I think someone was telling me if you press one of these buttons, you can kind of time it to the bath will kind of like self-run, or it will stop at its own temperature, but I haven't really tried these ones out yet. So I'll have to do it one day, but this is just the little machine that kind of just turns on my hot water. And then under here, we just have some cupboards that's kind of just storing either my cleaning stuff or my utensils or my pots and pans. And then we have some more shelves up here, which just stores pots and pans, plates, some seasoning or just food. So just all of my storing for food. And then over here is my fridge, and we have my kettle, rice cooker and microwave. I've also got my bike helmet on top of the microwave. And then over here we have my bathroom. As you can see, we have a proper Japanese style toilet. We have all the buttons over here for the fancy Japanese buttons you can do. And then what's really cool with these kind of toilets is when you flush, the water comes out here, so then it also just it's very renewable. So the water comes out here, you wash your hands, and then the water you've used to wash your hands will go into the next flush when you flush it. So I think that's really good, very green, renewable. This is just a wall that has all the pipes in for the toilet and plumbing things. And then up here we just have some towels and some toilet paper, and overall just a nice size little bathroom or toilet. And then over here is my bathtub. So we have this big bathtub, but if you've watched any of the bath bomb videos, you have seen my bathtub many a times. And what's really cool with Japan style bathrooms is obviously if I pour the water, then this is going to my tap. But when I want to run out a bath, all I have to do is just move, not over. But if I want a bath, all I have to do is just move this over, and then it starts pouring my bathtub. So I really like that. And then if I want to have a shower, all I have to do is twist this, and then the water moves from the tap all the way to the shower head. So I think that's a really kind of smart way on kind of making the most with the space we've got. And then what's also really good with Japan style wet rooms is this wall here is magnetic. So we can have these little cases stuck on the wall. So this is where if I have a bath, I normally stick my phone here so I can watch movies in the bath and have a drink and then just live my best life. And then the shelving or the magnetic walls are really good because you can get these cases or shelving, or magnetic shelving is the word. And then you just it just gives you more space to kind of store all your toiletries or bathroom things that you need. So from home I brought a lot of kind of curly hair treatment stuff, but yeah, these nice I like these magnetic shelves just so I can store more things in here. And then we have one towel rack with my towel, and then I got a few more magnetic ones just to store a few more different towels. So this is like my face towel, so when I wash my face so I don't have to use my big towel. And then here's the mirror, you can say hi to me. But overall, a really nice cool wet room. Also what's really cool as well, which I forgot to say, so this is my drain for when I empty my bath and the water that comes from the sink. And what's really clever is it has a little trap here, so if any hair or anything, it won't go into the sea or into the rivers. So it just kind of catches everything so nothing gets clogged, which I think is a really good idea. But a big thing, if you're going to be sick, make sure you're sick in the toilet and don't go in the bathtub or the sink, because all the vomit's just going to get stuck in there. So that's a big recommendation if you ever move to Japan or if you stay in a Japanese style house, because if you are going to be sick, make it to the toilet, because you don't want to clean this up if you have vomited in this bathroom, in the bathtub or the sink. So take that as a big warning, people. And then we have the cool glass slidey doors from my apartment. I really like these. Obviously you can see my big bin bags. I need to get a bin just to store them, then having them stuck on the side, make it a little bit nicer than sticking them on the side. But anyway, let's have a look into the main living space. So my apartment is a studio apartment, so it's only one room. So this is the living room and also my bedroom. So over here we have my little study desk area if I want to make any videos, or if I don't really want to kind of sit on the floor and sit kind of more Western style, a bit higher up, and just work on things. Also I've got a little bit of shelving things going on here. So I've got like a little book pile, I've got like a nail box, a builder's box, some technology boxes. So we've kind of just got some nice shelving going over here. And then we have my drawing tablet and my camera and just my kind of nice little workspace. And then we have this glass coffee table. So this was left in, to be fair, the desk, the chair and the table, this was all left in the apartment when I moved in. So I've made use for what I got. And I really like this glass table just because, as you can see, I've bought a bit of Pokemon plushies since I've been here. So I think this is like a really cool place to just kind of store them and show them off. And then with the glass table above, it's just a cool little place to have like a little Pokemon shrine, I think. So I like it very much. And then we just got some crochet hooks here. And then you'll find if you come to Japan, you will get a mountain of tissues. So I had a tissue box, and then we're just slowly building a pile of tissues that people have been giving me. So I am like stocked up for tissues for a while. And then over here, this is just my little snack area. So my parents sent me some snacks from home, and I just got a bowl with some snacks in. So overall, just like a nice living space. And then over here, we have another desk. So if I kind of want to do some work, but more on a traditional style table, I normally do it here. I really like this table because they have these little cubbies on each side. So I've just kind of got some more storage space. Normally, if I study Japanese, I normally sit on the floor and do it. And it's also a nice space because the plug's there, so I can kind of charge my laptop as well. And then we have my floor chair. So we've just kind of got some more sitting spaces for me. What's kind of cool with this, it can kind of turn into a bed. So you can kind of flop this down if you pull it all the way. Let's just move this out of the way. And then that goes onto the floor. And then you can also like flip that bit that's been stuck by padding. So then you've also got an extra bed for someone. This isn't my bed. I normally mainly use it for a chair. But if anyone did come and stay, they could actually sleep on this. And over here is actually my bed. So this is a sofa bed. So when I want to go to sleep, all I have to do is just take all this out and lay it on the floor, and then I have my bed. And we also got this nice fluffy rug. So my brother's girlfriend gifted me this rug, which is really nice. So I like it very much. So we're currently just getting some more cork squares. I'm getting them from Syria, which is basically Japan's dollar stores, or one of their dollar stores, but they sold out. So I'm just waiting to get some more, just so I can just protect the floor a little bit. And then this also just gives the carpet just a little bit more padding, and also just protects the floor for where my sofa bed is. And I've also done the same here, but they've also got some cool, instead of just having cork squares, you can get some fluffy ones. So I thought, hey, I'd make a cool like fluffy cow print just to protect the floor with this type of furniture. Even with the legs of these items, you may have noticed they've got little socks on, and that's just again just to protect the floor. So these ones are in the shape of strawberries, and these ones are little cat feet. And then on my table over here, they've also got socks on as well, and they have, if I move it this way, you can see they have little sloths on. So I think they're really cute. So we also won this little, I don't really know what the franchise from. It was just, normally the games were about 700 yen. This one was 500. So I was like, let's give it a go for 500 yen. And I just kind of won this plastic easel. I believe it's more meant to use just kind of like used to hold your phone. But what I normally do is just use it to hold my little air conditioning remote. And then up there is my aircon. At the moment the temperature is okay, so I haven't really used this in the last month. Also as well, you may have noticed we have a My Hero Academia person. I haven't watched it, but I know this is from it. Again, this was from another Konbini raffle, and it was cheap, so I thought I'd give it a go. And it's actually meant to be like a little picture frame, but because it's plastic, I just use it as a coaster for my drinks. And then we have a little Pikachu pen that I got from the Pokemon Center. We've got this bit of cool Japanese style art. I can't remember what they're called. They're like a scroll painting thing. The name has gone from my mind, but they're very common pieces of artwork you can have in like actual Japanese houses, and people have them on the wall all the time. Can't literally think of what they are called, but I thought this one was really cool. I actually got this one free because one of the other ALTs actually gave it to me, and I was like, this is cool, I want to stick it on my wall. And I really like this one. It's just an elderly couple by the sea with 2 turtles with the sun and some cranes. So I really like it. I think it's really cool. We just have a little shelf here. I want to get a better one. This is kind of like a make do shelf because it's actually more shelves I could have had for my shoes, but I didn't want to get that too high, so it kind of like obstructs this space a little bit, because I think this height is fine. I think any higher would be causing like it just feeling a bit cramped, and I kind of like it because, as you can see, there's a few empty spaces, so if anyone comes over there's space for them to put their shoes. But at the moment that's kind of just like a fine temporary thing. Like if I'm going to bed I can put my phone there, or if I'm having a drink on my bed or on the sofa I can just put it there. So it's just a temporary one till we find something a little bit better. What I really do like about my apartment is I have lots of storing space. So up there I've just got my 2 suitcases, and then we have some more storage space on top of that one. At the moment I've just stored a game I'm making for the kids for my school, and in these ones this is kind of where I just store clothes and stuff. So this one has all my clothes in and just kind of like daily household items. Like I've got my laundry bin. They have like these sticky lint rolls you can have, which is good like for the floor if you want to pick up dust or anything you just want to pick up dust. My ironing board and iron and some bug spray, and then we've got a little dehumidifier there, which I really recommend if you ever do come live in Japan. Make sure you get some little dehumidifiers, especially for the summer, because if you don't put these little boxes in, or even have these kind of like things you can stick on here just to take some of that moisture from the humidity, potentially you could ruin your clothes, just because summer gets so hot and the humidity will just kind of let mold and stuff happen. So make sure for clothes and stuff when it's summer you have these little dehumidifiers so you don't get your clothes all moldy. These drawers here basically just have like a bunch of all my other storing items. So here's actually some more bedding for my sofa bed at night. I've actually made more space here because I bought all these shelves just so I had a little bit more storage space for certain items, and kind of just make the most of this big space. So we've kind of just got some bags, my GoPro's there, my shopping bags are up here, and then especially when it's hot, so these are kind of like you'll find like having little flannels with you is really helpful, just to kind of like wash off the sweat when it's really hot. And then I have like my hat and some scrunchies, and I've got my scarf for winter. But let me just show you the other side. So just a few more clothes. So normally I put like my trousers here just because it's a bit easier. And then I've got my socks and underwear all here. I really like these boxes. I want to get some more boxes of them soon. And also we've got another chair. We just have a Pikachu costume there, which is for Halloween for the kids. And I've got a bottle of water. I'm slowly prepping. They recommend when you live in Japan, just because of the earthquake and natural disasters, to build like a little survival bag or survival kit. So I'm slowly in the process of doing that. So that's kind of my survival water there, but I need to buy a few more things. And up here, I'm not really too sure why I've just had, like, again, this came with the white bar of the hooks. I think it's because I've seen some of the other apartments in this building, and if you're the corner building, you have a window here, which is then also meant to store another curtain. So I think they just put a curtain rail in all the apartments, even though there's not a window here. But I'm trying to make use of this unnecessary curtain rail. So I've kind of just put up these little frames. So eventually, when I take some more photos and stuff, I'm just going to kind of stick all my kind of adventures of Japan were up here. At the moment, we've got a calendar I've won in one of the Konbini raffles, and then some little Pokemon that I won in the Pokemon fishing bath bombs. And I really like them hanging up like that because it looks like my catch of the day. So I think that's really cute. And then we just kind of got one photo I had from uni. And then over here is another switch that can control the light up here. And hopefully this one will work. Makes it darker. If I turn that, you can turn off the light. And if I press it again, it turns it on. And then this is meant to control how bright it is, but there you go. And there's like a night light there. And then this button here is like a timer. So if you plan of going into bed in like half an hour to an hour, you can kind of set it so you can be in bed like watching a show, and then you don't need to turn off the lights, which is really just kind of nice and handy, just saves you getting up one more time. But yeah, if I press this button, it just kind of dims it. You can see it a little bit. I think I had it at the lowest, but yeah, you can just kind of control how bright the light's going to be, which is just a cool little remote. Lastly, I'll just quickly show you my balcony. So this is the little hook to open the balcony. And then this is my little floor space. So I want to get a chair so I can kind of sit out here in the mornings, have like a cup of tea. There's the part of my air conditioning. As you can see, I have some clothes drying at the moment. Someone has actually lost their jumper. I assume it's one of the flats above and it's just fallen off their balcony. But it's been there for a week, so I'm surprised no one's noticed it's missing or looked over their balcony that they're missing the jumper. But hopefully someone will find it. And over here is my washing machine where I wash my clothes. The last part, let me just show you my bed in action. So we normally just throw over the duck. We would just throw these over here. And the nice thing is the Velcro should stick together, and I just lean it out. And then bam, there is my bed. Underneath here, we just have a few more pillows. And then you can sleep like this if you wanted to. But the one kind of negative you do like this, like these two parts are really fine because they're quite soft. But the base of the sofa is really hard. So it's kind of really hard like at the top of your head. And then here it's all soft. So what I normally do is where we had all my bedding over here, we normally just kind of stick that on top and then have a nice big bed, which is kind of nice because the padding and then the futon, it kind of brings it up to here-ish. So it's kind of nice in the middle of the night when I get up. I'm not getting up straight from the floor, and it just kind of saves my knees a little bit, since if you're a Westerner coming to Japan, with a lot of the sitting on the floor, it is going to kill your knees. But it's also great knee strengthening, since I have found my knees have definitely gotten stronger since I've been here. So prep for the knee workout if you ever come and live in Japan. And we want to make it back into a sofa. It's nice and easy. All we have to do, well, this might, sometimes the Velcro falls up, but normally we just have to flip it back on and then flip it there, and then actually connect the Velcro back up. What's also kind of cool, if you wanted how it was just then, if you wanted to kind of like make like a bit of a leg rest, you can kind of have that as another way of sitting. But that was just way on the, when I bought the sofa, how it suggested you could have it. But yeah, all I have to do, stick it back, stick the Velcro back on, throw the pillows back on, and let's stick our little Pokemon duck in the middle, and then it's bam, back as a sofa again. But I kind of like this because also, well, if guests come, there's just kind of some more sitting space. And then like, I like this being empty because it just makes the apartment kind of spacious and a nice size, as you can see. That's my apartment. I really like my Japanese apartment. Obviously, if it's up to me, I probably would like another room. But to be honest, for the space I've been given for a studio apartment, I think I've made it work. I feel very homely and cozy now in it. So I'm quite happy with my little apartment. And it also shows how much you can do with sort of a small space. So you don't actually need a lot of space in some ways to kind of get a nice section for everything. So overall really happy. And if you have enjoyed this little tour, let me know, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything you want to see while I'm in Japan, or anything about Japan in general. And I'll probably do maybe another tour when I've got like a few more things, or maybe made it kind of like we upgrade a few things, but let me know if you want to see that. But yeah, this is my house in Japan. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.